沈黙を呼ぶね。どっと瞳は真実を暴き、ライズのカードが運命を切る。SSS の言葉は全ての悪を欺く。ヒーローか反逆者か限界を超えろ、世が呼んでる。Do it now 今なお知らしめきゅうの奥で輝け。最後の光、最後の一撃、未来のために決して後退するな。影が深まる、だが青いバラは燃え続ける。
Alrighty. It is time as Blue Rose has set sail on their ship, brimming with magic across the world of Kryn, as the bows creak and the ship tumbles forward. Our heroes now, of course, is a more proper ship with a large hold, having the heart of the glacier returned and themselves gifted an item and some magic in order to get on their way. The request to try to find the forest of Wayreth, where the Tower of Wayreth resides, where they may report for their test. But they agreed to. Having run in with forces dark, robes of gray, and other such things, they sail and hopefully will find themselves in a good place. But that being said, it's been about a day upon the ocean as it is still cold, but you are moving steadily to the north. What does it look like this fine morning for all of you?
Liz is down in the viewing room, staring under the ocean. She kind of feels at home in the complete darkness that this kind of is, because there's no light really down here, but she can still kind of see the fish swimming by. And then she's also probably hollering for Kelly, who she's not sure if she's in the hot tub, but she keeps on trying to get her to come down here to share this experience with her, but she won't for some reason. Liz doesn't get it. Kelly! Look! I think it's a whale. I'm not sure. Or dolphin. It's something. Can you come help?
I think Kelly this morning is hanging out in the hot tub. She's got her Walkman that she is listening to and just kind of relaxing, kind of meditation moment here, and just really, really pleased with how this experiment particularly worked out. Just nice to take a relaxation moment and get fully healed here in the medicinal properties of this heated water. And due to her headset, can't hear Liz, but not. She imagines if she took off the headphones, Liz would be yelling for her to once again go down to that horrible place.
If we were in the old world, I would just charm her and it'd be totally fine. Damn my magic!
Aces probably was crawling throughout the crawl spaces, just eavesdropping on different people's conversation. But then after a conversation, an argument between Kelly and Naylor, he probably fell asleep and listening to it. So Ace is probably just asleep in one of the one of the crawl spaces. Nodding in and out of sleep in one of their runs.
I think Nayland probably got up early. Do we have a crew or is it just us?
I believe it's just y'all.
She would have gotten to work on some maybe ship-like chores early in the morning. She's, mopping the floors or counting inventory, something like that. Probably a few things. She woke up early to busy herself.
Very cool. What's Peridot up to?
Peridot is up in the crow's nest, strapped in, and she's just watching all of the birds and the sky, and it looks so pretty. And she's been working on her pirate outfit.
What does her pirate outfit look like?
So her pirate outfit, she's been taking her dress and then adding stuff to it. So in her mind, pirates are wild swordsmen of the sea, so, and they kind of live a rough and tumble life. So that means patchwork. So she's been making patchwork tights or leggings to go with her dress, and all different like scraps of fabric. Like Lies hasn't noticed it yet, but there's a square of fabric missing from her dress. There's a square of fabric missing from everybody's clothing, actually. But none of you have noticed yet.
There's always a square piece of clothing missing from Ace's.
Amazing. All right. And then between all of that, you find yourselves pushing forward through the seas and finding what you may. And as you do, I think on the wind, you can hear this very faint humming that kind of comes in and out. Just barely, and then it's sort of gone as the ship moves ever forward and ever onward.
A humming like a mechanical humming or like a singing?
Kind of like a singing.
I think Kelly would probably turn off the Walkman at this point and hear the echoing of the music, and so she'll get out of the hot tub. And I think just because she noticed how much it meant to Peridot to be pirates and stuff, she's actually added a pirate mascot to one of her cheerleading uniforms. So that she'll still wear the hat and everything, or the whatever, and kind of use that along with the long coat.
Very nice.
Go Pirates.
All right, so you're able to take out. You do kind of hear very slightly this song. Anybody else?
Lies calls up again. Kelly, turn down that music. Stop singing with it. I'm trying to listen to the sound of water.
Let me, Lies. Get up here.
Fine. She'll crawl out.
So Ace.
Is that a whale?
Where's Ace at?
Oh, I fell asleep again.
Guys, is that a whale?
It's definitely singing.
Peridot, can you see anything from up there?
I'll look out. I thought I had a spyglass up here, but aha! And Peridot reaches into her bag and pulls out a spyglass.
Perfect. All
I'm
right.
using my Wonderborn effect for the session.
I love it. Let's go ahead. I believe this will be some instinct.
A 13 with hope.
13. As you gaze out, you can kind of hear bits of singing. And when you look in the waters, lightly rolls of the small waves as you'd expect, but there are sudden bursts of concentric circles that move through the water as by vibration. And as you look more closely, you can see they go and coincide with the tones you're hearing.
Ace is gonna put his fingers in his ears. I'm pretty sure there's a story about this. I don't think you're supposed to listen to the singing. Or maybe you do listen to it. I don't know. I never read it.
Why is he gonna try to listen to the singing?
Well, the last time we listened to the singing, it was really bad.
Maybe this time will be different.
Nalen's gonna run down back to where Lies came from the underwater viewing area, and see if she can see anything below the water.
Okay, very nice. So, you begin to run down, and below the boat, you can see soft blue light. It almost goes in slow arcs, like it flows and moves. And then darkens. And then in another location, it'll do the same. Then kind of very close to the glass. And then far away again.
I think Ace is right, guys. I think we try and ignore it and push forward. This feels a lot like when we were in that tunnel in Tennessee.
Lies, you are listening to it. And there's that sound as you look up, in clouds are in the area that you are sailing towards. And you can see the rain. But it's going the wrong direction. It's flowing up.
Does everybody see that?
See what?
Look at the rain.
Do we see it, or is it just for Lies?
Y'all look. You can see the same thing now that you pay more closer attention.
So, must be a gravitational wormhole.
Kelly, weren't you telling me about that place called the Bermuda Triangle once?
I'm telling you about Bermuda.
No, the other one, the place where the weird stuff happens.
Considering that's on Earth, I think we're fine.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe.
Earth is pretty crazy.
Whatever it is, I think we need to get out of here. Maybe we should drop the sails and try and book it.
Ace is also going to rip up some pieces of cloth and wet them to put in his ears and pass them around. Because that's makeshift ear muff. Like,
Okay. So, are you attempting to circumvent the storm, or just go ahead and get in?
Naylan's suggesting try and circumvent it, but I mean, she can't do that on the boat alone. So if anybody else argues,
I'm not
Yeah.
a navigator.
Let's try to move around the storm. Have pretty good navigating senses. Might as well try to navigate us around the storm.
Okay. There you go. Gotta say what's happening. All right.
She pulls out her Taroka deck and starts laying it on the boards, spending a hope and going, "Help me now, cards. Show us the right way to stay safe and make it to land." Hopefully this works.
Wait. So this will be instinct for navigation.
Yup. So I'm adding my hope +2. Here we go. That's a 14 with hope.
Okay, 14 with hope. And you realize that cards need you to turn and turn hard now.
Who's ever steering? I say, yank it to the starboard. Sure, yank it to the starboard. Turn hard.
Is that Naylan or?
I'm not
I-
steering the boat.
I can steer the boat.
Yank it now.
Storm rumbles and is moving forward, and as you begin to avoid it, there's the sudden shift in the rain going up as it begins to freeze and freeze suddenly, making icy twists that connect deep down into the water, sharp and hard and large, as the whole storm is growing larger and closer to your ship as you're trying to push it here. Next, what's somebody else going to do?
Can I make some sort of check for practiced steering or something like that? Good
Yeah, okay.
steering?
Just go ahead. Give me finesse.
Got it. Do. 10 with fear.
Ooh, okay. So you go as you are pulling it as hard as you can as you actually cause it to go down deep. Part of just the tip of the ship ends up grabbing some water, slowing you down, catching an ill wind as the border of the storm with the twirling ice arcs come and begin to scratch against the ship and possibly all of you. And we'll just do this as a straight up attack. Okay. This is going to be a 12.
Miss.
Hits.
Hits.
How does it work when they're equal in this one?
I think if I meet it, I get you.
Miss.
Hits.
Okay. Those of you, it hits here. That is going to be a total of 12 damage. As I slice skin, bone, seams, and wood. Incidentally,
Taylor, I thought you knew how to control these things.
I'm trying.
your ship's out at 9 out of 10 HP.
Oh no.
Kelly, maybe you can assist her. Peridot?
Peridot's going to slide down the railing, whatever, from where she was in the crow's nest, and then she's going to turn the sails so that they're not going to get caught in this sharp ice rain that's going upwards.
Specifically making sure the sails are safe. Absolutely. Go ahead and give me finesse.
That's 11 with hope.
11 with hope.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now,
Actually, you know, I'm gonna add in my one of my hope die or prayer die. I'm gonna make it a. Oh, okay.
what?
Oh, I wasn't sure if the wiggling fingers meant stop or
No,
not.
wiggly fingers is I'm waiting because I was
Okay.
in mid consequence, so now I got it.
Okay. So instead of an 11, it's going to be a 15.
15. Okay. So grabbing the ropes very quickly, utilizing the rigging, the sails now are put up, and you can see this particular ship has seems to be well designed as they then flip vertical, and the masts themselves open up and store them safely behind the wood.
Oh wow, fancy.
Who else?
I don't know exactly if this would work, but I just had a kind of cool idea of Ace is gonna try to go back to the back of the ship and use Mystic Tether
Okay.
kind of over and over again, but for the purpose of trying to reduce like the raging waters by the rudder of the ship to reduce it from getting damaged
Okay.
if I can.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Sorry. Mystic Tether. Let me try to get some information here. Okay. Okay, so you make a spellcast roll. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, give me your spellcast roll.
Cool. I got 13 with hope.
Okay. Put your energy out, and unfortunately, the waves seem to be stronger than your magic at this moment, being churned by the cold. And as this occurs, the almost stilled water reacts with this hyper frozen ice and the gravity as the spires of ice near you explode. I need a reaction roll, please, from you with agility.
13 with hope again. It
Okay.
doesn't matter for that. Just 13.
Okay, correct. So 13, you're able to hit the deck, and you are safe. Next.
Kelly, remember when we tried to use your divination magic before? This would be a good time, maybe. Look into the future.
You need hope for that. I've got zero hope. I'm gonna try to. I want to use my brain. Can I try to think of a okay, so I understand what's happening with the storm so far. So my thinking is weather. So what would stop normal rain in like maybe like a giant umbrella or a
Fireball in the clouds to mess with the atmosphere.
Actually, yes, that could work. I could try that. So I will. I'm gonna try to evaporate the rain.
Okay, I like it. Go ahead and give me a spellcasting roll.
All right.
I love Pirate Peridot.
18 with fear.
Okay. I like it. I think it goes up as the explosion hits in the clouds, the sudden waves of heat. Push past, and you feel the ice beginning to shatter and break into tiny bits of ice dust all around you. And strangely enough, the seas seem to grow calm around. And then, Kelly, you look down and you see that in all this trouble and magic, your varsity jacket is floating into the water and then suddenly is submerged.
It's my fancy blue rose stuff. Oh boy. Oh man.
Quick, Kelly, tie a rope to my leg. I'll jump in. I float.
Okay.
That's a horrible idea.
I'm gonna try to tie a rope around Peridot's foot.
Okay, easy enough.
And the Peridot's going to try to dive in and grab it.
All right, you jump. Woo! Give me an agility check.
15 with hope.
Nice. 15, you dive in. Whoosh, and you can see in the water that this strange blue light is wrapped around the varsity jacket, pulling it. Ooh. Ooh. And then you get a little close, like it pauses, and as soon as you're about to touch it, it pulls.
Like it pulls me in? Or
No,
deeper down?
it pulls the jacket a little deeper down in a way.
Can we see what's happening? Or just Peridot?
From the top of the ship, it might be a little hard to see. I think you see you're trying to go deeper and deeper like nails to shut before you can see a little bit of the flickers of light. Or
I'm
lights,
gonna-
I guess.
I'm gonna push against the need to float and keep swimming deeper.
Okay. So you push deeper and deeper into the water, and the same thing kind of pauses for a moment. As you get close enough, it pulls. Whoa. Whoa.
You guys, I think something's baiting her. I don't feel good about it.
I'm gonna try to pull back Peridot.
Hey!
You feel yourself getting pulled back, and suddenly the jacket kind of goes loose, and you're able to grab it. And then, are you? And all of you, you're just holding this rope with your hands, basically.
Yes.
I mean, Kelly is.
All right. Peridot, you see this almost tendril of light now wrap around the rope that has you.
Ooh.
It goes taut, and I guess Kelly and Ace, you feel a pull. We'll do strength reactions, please. Or
Can I spend 3 hopes so we can do this as a team?
yeah.
Can I do that?
What are we getting?
I got a 5 with hope.
I got a 4 with hope.
Oh, jeez.
Perfect. So, in that case, All Eyes and Nayland, you watch as Ace and Kelly are pulled into the ocean.
Oh, fuck.
Once hitting, you two may choose to let go.
I'm not letting go.
Okay.
Me neither.
All right. And so you see them go into the surface. Flies Nayland.
I look at Lies, but I'm ready to jump in.
I am going to try something different. The minute I see, I guess since Ace would have been the last one holding the rope still, I would like to try to shadow bind him to where that position is, right? Like as his like hits the water to see like if I can stop the rope from, like make a locking point, like an
All
anchor point.
So once he's in the water, you're trying to lock him right there.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Make the spellcasting roll.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. That's a 20 with hope.
Woo!
So I like the idea that like he gets pulled under, but just enough to where it's just like at his neck and chin before.
Yep.
And then it's taut, and so Kelly, you're almost on this line now that is straight. That's at this angle, and you can see like this little bit of light seemingly holding on to it.
Yeah.
I said like to tie the rope to him so it can't be pulled out of his hands.
There is like zero slack because of what's going on here.
Fair enough.
Nayland, for her action, would dive in and try and find the source of whatever's tugging on the rope.
Okay. You dive in. Moving, and that's when all of you see the light vanish. And it goes slack. And Lies, you feel the boat like turn almost. More like a dip suddenly, and then begin to right itself as it becomes a bit shadowy on the deck, and you turn and you see a large wave coming over the deck towards you. You can give me strength or agility.
Agility. Okay, here we go. Let's see. And I see this, and as I'm covered in a darkness, I scream out, "Darkness is my ally, but friendship is my power!" And I hope this giving me a +2. That's an 18 with beer.
Oh, very nice. So the wave comes, you're able to steady yourself as water flows over the deck, making it dip slightly. And the rest of you see the water pouring off. As Nayland, you're able to safely reach Peridot. And at this lies, safe on board, you see this glowing watery tentacle wrap around your waist as you're lifted up. And in the meantime, what the rest of you are doing in the water?
Peridot's holding on to Kelly's jacket, and she's kind of like surrendering to the feeling of floating as like she kind of like does a little waddle kick upwards. I feel like Nayland's doing more work.
Yes, I tried to swim to the surface with Peridot.
How close am I to everyone?
I'm the one. I think you're right with the group.
All right, I'm gonna try to teleport us back onto the ship.
Okay. I like it. That's spell casting. They give a pretty good chance of this.
Yeah, I think so. Just checking to be sure.
Famous last words.
Well, you know.
Double ones.
That would be a critical success, though.
You know, it would.
It's true.
Oh yeah, that's a 16 with hope.
Nice, yeah. So you find yourselves now on the deck of the ship as you see lies high above.
Let me go!
Who's now like in this orb of water. That it's like this bulbous head that goes down to several watery tentacles.
Can I levitate her out of it?
Well, so you're looking at it and you see that it's like she's making it so like the hat that Lies has on, like is now put like this little pirate hat on top of itself of water, and Lies is like the centerpiece where like you'd put a feather. And this watery octopus of blue light and water kind of lifts up its tentacle and like gives a half salute and goes whoa, and starts making like pretending to be an immense pirate using Lies as a hat around the deck.
What the fuck?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Could you let our friend go? You can keep the hat. Just to put her down.
It looks at you and go ahead and we'll start this off. Therefore, with presence.
$25 with fear.
Okay. Very good. So.
Oh wait, I can use my remaining hope to negate the consequences of the fear on the presence roll.
Oh, nice. Very good. So then success as they look at you and you can see that like pools of light make little eyes that then kind of look up at Lies and wrap around her. Tentacle does and places her back down. It's like, oh, why?
Thank you. Really wish I could understand what you were saying, but how long do you plan on staying?
Doesn't quite seem to recognize what you're doing. It's now just sort of going around the like back and forth, causing the whole ship to turn and move, and waves of water pouring out of it, getting on. Like there's nothing dry on the ship.
Guys, I think it's midship now.
While observing the creature, I would like to use my ability, Know Thy Enemy, and make an instinct roll against it.
Let's go.
Okay, instinct. I'm also going to, with the fear that I had rolled earlier, I get to add a +1 to this.
Nice.
Critical success.
Ooh.
2 6s. Okay. And I get to... Okay, I'm going to spend a hope now. On a success, spend a hope, and I get to ask you 2 questions. Hold on.
2 questions.
Spend a hope. I would like to know their... This is 1 bullet. Their tactics and attack damage die.
Okay.
And then the second bullet, their moves and experiences.
Gotcha. Perfect. So, let's see here. Perfect. Okay. So you want their attack damage die. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I really don't care about that one. It's just in the bullet. What I really care about is their tactics, moves, and experiences.
Okay. Well, the dice is 4d20.
Jesus. Okay. Good to know.
Its moves and experiences are crush, consume, grapple, drown, trick, laugh, dance, and help.
Ace,
Okay.
I think maybe this is a baby.
I definitely don't think it's an adult the way it's behaving. Or they're just very free.
Matt, you said it was using lies as like a feather in its hat.
Yeah.
Could I quickly like grab together some some stuff like fabric, a couple pieces of loose wood around, and quickly craft something that would look like a cool blue object to put into his cap as like a replacement.
Yeah, finesse. Tinker that together.
And I'm gonna use expend a hope to use my made to craft experience
Absolutely.
to add a +2. For a 16 with hope. And had he already put lies down?
Yes.
And it's like, we can't let you have our friend in your hat, but you could have this instead. And it looks kind of like a really very like like if you tried to draw a feather, but you drew like two like really straight lines, and it doesn't look curvy at all.
Nice.
It's just like really like pointy, and
Alright,
like there's just like fabric wrapped around it.
beautiful. You present it as one tentacle kind of comes and for a moment wraps you and it, drenching you again. And then just like entirely watery as it lifts it up. Its blue light eyes narrow. And puts it on its head. And you see the light go into it. You swear is a smile.
I do have a second part of that ability that I was doing.
Okay, sorry.
No, all good. It's small, but because I succeeded, I'm going to mark a stress, and I get to remove one of your fears from your fear pool.
Oh, very nice. Cool. Then it begins to continue to dance around the deck a little bit, and then seemingly liking the hat, does a big bow to Peridot.
I give him a bow back.
Okay, cool. And then the tentacle comes again and fully encompasses you, and you feel, I guess the best way to describe it would be you feel intent surround you, kind of like a question, and wants to know if you want it to protect all of you or to make you go faster.
I think Peridot, after all the stuff we've been through, the what comes to mind for her would be protect. I don't know about you guys, but that's what she's thinking. We've been through a lot of rough stuff.
And if you think if it protects us, this turns into like a leisure cruise, so we're totally good then. Right, Kelly?
Exactly.
So, like, kind of in her mind, Peridot's like, I wish with all my heart to have a big, giant octopus water friend to protect us.
Perfect. And then it kind of almost falls into the water itself. As you can feel the winds beginning to pick up normally once more, the storm dissipated, and as I'm assuming your sails go out and you begin to sail, you can see like this ring of blue light kind of follows your ship, and little tentacles and rays of it come around, seemingly letting anything in the waters know these are my friends.
I still don't trust that thing.
What? Why not?
I don't know. I feel like its whole jokey attitude was just smoke and mirrors.
I just don't trust anything that could kill me in a second thought.
I think you just need to accept that some beings are good.
I did look pretty good as a feather.
You looked almost dead as a feather.
But Ace, lots of things can kill you in a second.
Yeah, and I don't like a lot of things. Or people.
Well, since we don't have as much work to do today, I was thinking we could have a hot tub party.
I'm up for it.
A hot tub party.
Yeah, heated water. It's medicinal. Medicinal.
So is eating 3 square meals a day, but I don't do that.
Well, have you ever tried a hot tub before, Peridot?
No.
Well, there you go. Nayland, Ace, come on, you two.
I guess.
You guys have fun.
No,
Someone should stay on.
No, I knew you were gonna say that. You guys have fun. I need to go brood because I'm Nayland.
Not brood. Somebody has to watch out. We almost got swept up into an ice storm.
That counts as brooding.
Not brooding.
Everybody else can have fun except for me because I'm Nayland. I'm
Oh
responsible.
God. I am responsible.
So you have to be responsible for making sure that we don't drown today in the hot tub.
I'll sit on the edge and I'll read a book.
I'm sure you will.
I wasn't planning on going in anyways, but
Peridot, your job is to get Nayland in the tub.
Aye, aye, Captain. Nayland doesn't hear this.
One last fleeting glance across the ocean. And I do think she just wants to be doubly sure that the humming, was that our new friend? Or is there something else lurking?
Give me an instinct roll.
Okay. 15 with hope.
15 with hope. I would say try to listen more and definitely don't hear it anymore. You do think it might have been something else. It was something more to do with the storm that was silenced by Kelly's magic.
Okay. I narrow my eyes suspiciously, but will turn to my friends again.
So you're moving down into the hot tub.
Yeah, Kelly tries to convince everybody to spend the night enjoying, relaxing, having a good time, just bonding as a team. And hopefully Peridot manages to be successful in her mission.
Well, Wise comes and once we get down there and pulls Kelly and Peridot aside and goes, "Hey, Kelly, you know what we should try? Your belt's out.
My what?
Your belt.
My belt?
Yeah, the belt of unity we got. The 3 of us could try to get Nayland in.
Oh,
As a tag team.
I forgot about the belt of unity.
What you guys are discussing, can Ace just like levitate Nayland in the air and just push her in?
You just hear a big scream behind you. What the fuck? Ace!
Levitate, I think you'd have to make a magic roll, right?
I do, which is why I was asking.
Yeah, let's roll it. See if the magic. You can describe what it looks like for your magic to circle around Nayland.
All right, let's see. 22 with hope.
Jesus.
Ace just like goes up to Nayland, just goes jump in, and all of a sudden Nayland just like just gets flung in the air, just into the water. And like it literally looks like nothing, just like she was there, then all of a sudden just like the floorboard just like bounced her up.
You got the pages wet, you ass!
Someone can dry them, I think. I'll
Yeah, it's
get you a new copy.
prestidigitation.
You're in now, though, so you might as well stay in.
But before, one of the reasons why she wanted Nayland to go down there was she wanted to just very briefly say to Nayland, got off to the side, you know, man, it's your call, but at some point we're gonna have to let them know.
I don't even know what to tell them.
That's fair.
I don't even understand what happened.
But what we are sure about, though, right, is going back to the school. I mean, you still want to, right?
Do you think we're ready?
Right now, no. But I just, you know, I'm not going to say anything because obviously this is kind of personal stuff. But I'm pretty sure they all have your back. Anyway, you don't have to bring it up. I just thought, you know, tonight we could all just have a nice time, relaxation, especially after that weird night. And, you know, just remember that we're a team and a family. That's why it's important you're here. Because when you look back on moments like this, you don't want to be the person who wasn't there.
Going back is going to change everything, I think. Or make it all permanent. I don't know. Point is, I don't want to be selfish about it. Being
No one's
selfish is what just leads to everything bad happening.
I know. I'm just saying, I don't think anybody would think you were selfish, but I totally get it if you don't want to right now. I just thought, you know, I'd mention it because we haven't talked about it. But plus that whole thing, you were crawling into the floorboard that morning.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is more like a chance just to get the team together, you know? So we're all kind of making a memory.
You're right. I'm glad I came down.
So with that, Kelly will head off to the hot tub. Enjoy her night.
All right. What's it look on this hot tub, folks?
Nayland's briefly positive attitude about being down here quickly changes when Ace throws her into the hot tub. So now she's back to brooding in the water.
Ace has no concept of nicer pools, so for him it's just pool. So he's just gonna do like a cannonball into it, and seeing that Nayland's pissed at him, just keeps splashing her. He's like only his eyes above the water, and he's just like pushing one little thing of water every once in a while.
We all get scorched.
With fire?
That cannonball.
Oh.
Peridot's very, I don't know about this. Is this water sanitary? It looks questionable to me.
Those are called bubbles, Peridot.
But she gets in, and it's like, it's like introducing, like frosting to to a baby for the first time. If you've ever seen a baby be introduced to frosting for the first time, it's like it is amazing. And Peridot's just like, is this what a hot tub is like all the time?
Yeah.
This is so cool.
I don't know
We
why.
gotta get rid of these in Nightfall Narrows. Actually, everybody should have one.
I have a funny image in my head of Peridot just trying to like relax in the hot tub, but since she's made of wood, just constantly floating to the top and like trying to weigh more to get underneath it.
Amazing.
What about Lies?
Lias, now getting in the water, is trying to see how long she can hold her breath, or if she can even hold her breath like she used to be able to, where she didn't have to breathe underwater. So you literally see like bubbles coming up as she's submerged herself fully.
Just slow, intermittent bubbles. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
I've heard horror stories that start like this.
In the hot tub?
Yeah, with swamp creatures.
Can I yank Nailin down?
Are you saying that Lies is a swamp creature?
Closest thing we have, I'd say.
Anyway, we're up ahead to a very dangerous mission right now. And I'm not sure if we're all going to make it. Like for the first time in a long time.
At that moment, swoosh! Lias comes about. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Make it where? We're just on a boat trip.
No, I mean, the battles, they're getting really intense. And
Yeah, Ace and Peridot convinced this last one to help us. So intense.
No, we weren't really fighting our new friend. I was talking more about like the one we met in the ice world. Like that thing almost had me. I could feel it.
Yeah. I think that could just be that maybe this world is very dangerous and we just have to be more careful.
Exactly. But in the meantime, just if one of us goes down, I just would like to have more memories like this. Where we're all able to kind of take a moment and get away from all the fighting and enjoy each other's company. I mean, has anybody put any thought into what they want to do after the Blue Rose?
What do you mean after?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure we'll be young forever.
Some of us might be.
some of
Her
us
eyes
long
glance to Peridot and herself. Maybe
Peridot's
Neolin.
Peridot's like blowing bubbles, like her face is below the water and she's going blowing bubbles. Not paying attention at all to the conversation.
Jeez.
I think I'd be bored doing anything else. I think I'm gonna work till I drop.
I wouldn't want to ever be separate from you guys.
Go back to stealing.
Well, one thing that I've sometimes wondered about is, you know, where we're all going to end up, because, you know, I mean, I imagine at some point in my life, I'm going to want to go home.
Oh, easy. Jail.
I mean, I don't really think I have a home besides with all of you. If you think about it.
I feel like I'm winning at this.
What are you winning at?
I am the only one that has answers.
I don't think that this is a point system, Ace.
I think it is, and I think I'm winning.
What do you mean you don't have a home?
Well, I mean, like Kelly said, if we were like, if the Blue Rose was to end and she was to go home, I mean, I can't go home to my mother, and I don't think I could even go home to my father, whoever that man used to be or is now. So, I mean, you guys are my home.
Exactly. You'll always have a home with us around.
Besides, Kelly, we've seen your home. Do you still even feel like you fit in there?
I mean, I'm not talking about like my dad or anything. I don't think I'd ever want to move in with him again. But I don't know. It's a weird feeling.
But I see what Nailin means, Kelly, because, like, going back to Earth, I mean, there's what it is, but you've seen so much. How could you want to stop?
Well, maybe one day I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'll always want to be a traveling adventurer. Right now, I do. I mean, right now, it's the most exciting thing in my life. But as I kind of get older, I also realize maybe it's not forever, and what comes after.
What else would you want to do?
Well, there are a couple of things I thought about. Like, you know, I could go into business. I could start a family. I could, I don't know, just...
Can I say no, don't do the business thing? My ex, Betty, kind of did that, and it really changed her.
You haven't talked about her in a long time.
Yeah, because what she did changed her.
Weren't
She
we trying
became
to...
all corporate, and yeah, we were trying to go back in time, and then you all told me that we can't do that.
I didn't say that.
I'd have to wait for that specific time, and then we kind of just left Earth and never went back.
Well, don't you want to check in on her?
I mean,
Even if you don't have feelings for her, I mean...
I just feel like she is who she is now. It's been too long. And that's why I worry about if time was to come between all of us, what could happen? Would we all change like she did? Would something happen in our lives to make us grow apart? Not talk to each other anymore?
I hope not.
I hope not either, but look at her. She became a corporate lady. It didn't seem like she talked to her friends anymore. And we used to be best friends.
It helps. I'm already an evil asshole, so
Hush! Ace, you're not going anywhere. God!
One that wants to quit, only one that's not allowed to go.
Liza, I wouldn't worry about it. You already tried to ditch us, become some sort of Edwardian Stepford wife, and we just chased you right down.
I know. You guys are amazing. And that's why I don't worry about these battles, Kelly, because even though Sparkle and Biff aren't here, I'm pretty sure if anything ever happened to you or Nayland or anybody, the rest of us would figure out some way to bring it back.
That's both comforting and terrifying. But I get it. And like I said, this isn't something that's likely to affect anybody for a very long time, but I just like us being able to have these kind of conversations, just as long as we're all honest with each other.
I like being able to be open and share our feelings too. What about you, Nayland? Do you have anything you'd like to share?
She chokes on water. Excuse me? What? No?
Okay. I just noticed you and Kelly were talking earlier, kind of quiet, but
Oh, I was just trying to tell her how comforting hot tubs are and how they can help me even with my magic, how I can like really get my thoughts together.
can I make an insight check?
Yes.
Like an instinct check?
Yes. Instinct. I am going to. You know, we are in a Blue Rose connection right now. I'm adding a hook to this. We're all together in this hot tub. That's going to be a critical success.
Jeez.
I don't believe you.
2 5s plus a 5 equals 15.
Ooh.
Dice love a story.
Yeah. So I think if you're getting that big of a success, then you'd probably be able to figure out not only is Kelly not being completely honest about it, but there seems to be like she seems to be kind of protective. Like not so much that she's lying to be deceitful, but lying to try to protect.
You two, you sure it's not things up? Because, I mean, I've been around both of you for a very long time, and I can tell when things start seeming a little off.
I kind of try to keep my mouth shut because I realize I should not say a word here. I just kind of like am glancing at Nayland, glancing at Liz.
It's not a big deal. I had a bad dream, and Kelly was talking to me about it.
That's true.
Well, dreams are just dreams. I mean, they only sometimes come true, Nayland.
Yeah. Do you guys think we're ready?
Or what?
To go back to the Blue Rose Tavern? Do you ever think we'll be ready?
I do.
No, I think that's not my issue.
Ace, you're coming.
Where does he think he gets out of this? There was no exit clause in the contract.
There was no contract.
You keep saying that. I don't think we're ready yet. I think we still have a lot to learn about not just ourselves, but about these worlds and what's going on through them. And
what if, hypothetically, because I've been thinking a lot of hypotheticals lately with magic, hypothetically speaking, what if we've been thinking about our return completely wrong? What if it's not the end, but rather a door to something more than we even realize is out there? I mean, our understanding of everything is very limited, and it's all based on things that we learned in the school or that we've picked up here and there. But there's a lot of stuff that we don't have access to. That freaking teddy bear proved it. Who knows what the next great secret is of the Blue Rose? But I do know where those secrets would be housed. Now, I don't know if we're ready right now, but I also don't want us to think of it as an end or a final mission or a suicide mission. I think this team that we're putting together is already capable of doing things that none of us were capable of. And I know not all of us went to the classes back then, but believe me, we were just a bunch of teenagers who barely understood anything. So I'm just saying, there's a lot of knowledge, and I know a thing about knowledge now. And I think a lot of that knowledge is contained. And there's only one way to find it.
I'm not saying you're right, but do we even feel like we're learning anything anymore? I mean, when was the last time we were on a real Blue Rose mission? I feel like we've just been making messes and cleaning them up.
Well, I mean, when we went to Appalachia, we picked up quite a bit about the Blue Rose. When we went to the Darkest House, go ahead.
Well, no, you're right. Because don't you have the Yellow Hunger Acorn?
Yeah.
And isn't that before? I mean, it's been a while, but wasn't that why we left the school and got whisked away the first time? Was because of the Yellow Hunger?
Yeah.
If we defeated it, did that moment not even happen then?
I mean, Nathan, you believe more strongly in the Blue Rose than any of us, but I'm starting to believe that this entire trek that we've been on has been for a purpose. I'm starting to have a little faith.
Not to go off Kelly's speculations, but what if the Yellow Hunger was never the true threat, the Blue Rose? What if this person that we learned of in Appalachia, or that me and Kelly ran into in Ace even in our past lives, the organizer was the one that set that all into motion?
Or what if we haven't even met what's out there?
I think I have. This last turns to the fourth wall. Winks and then turns back to the group.
Why does she keep doing that?
But with a little bit more hope, I could ask a question.
Could we do a tag team hope move?
Well, 'cause her power needs the hope to fuel it.
Yeah, she needs 3. She has 2.
I have an ability that allows me to take one of my domain effects and turn it into hope. That's why I was curious if we were to use the Belt of Unity, I could make that in 5 hope and spend it to give a tag team action.
If Kelly wants to make an instinct roll at Naylan after what she just said, you might be able to generate a hope.
Ooh, I'll try. Instinct, let's go. Oh, yuck. That's a 10 with fear.
All right, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Well,
Question.
well. Actually, Kelly, I think what you need to do is like I think the stressors of some of these conversations have gotten to you. Bring it back in to remember when we were in the that we're in the hot tub. We want to be what was it you said? Oh right. Then introspective. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4. You know.
Breathing exercises, yeah.
Yeah. And you can re-roll, but you have to take whatever you get.
Okay. Well, it's better. 13 with fear.
Oh, okay.
Well, that beats my base evasion. I mean,
Okay.
I will without my armor, which wouldn't help this, I don't think. But I guess when Kelly was talking about how she has faith, you can see in Naylan's expression that she is rapidly losing faith. Whereas before she believed in the Blue Rose the most. She is having a crisis of faith.
Guys, we all do. I mean, we're all in for the mission, right?
Ace begins to speak, and Lai just hits him in the head.
Like, what do you mean? Of course we are. Aren't we?
I mean, if it's the organizer, I'll be honest, I'd do anything to make that guy's day worse. So, I'm in for that. I'm not really excited about dying for a cause that I never agreed to join, but I have a feeling that I'll go to that anyways.
Nathan, you said that you felt like you would be doing this until the moment you fell.
Do we even know what the Blue Rose is? I mean, you said it yourself, Kelly. There's so much more to learn, and every new thing we learn about what the Blue Rose was, it's not what we expected.
Those are 2 different questions, Nayland. I don't care what the Blue Rose was. Right now, in this hot tub, this is the Blue Rose. And I know what I stand for. And I think I know what the rest of you stand for.
She's right, Nayland. We make the Blue Rose what it is now. Nobody else. Nobody's holding our hand and telling us which way to turn, how to treat others, what to do. we might be able to learn from the past and what they did, but together we should be able to do better. I believe we can.
I heard you talk a lot about the Blue Rose and what it meant to you. And for me, it was kind of a joke at the time because I didn't know much about it at all. But I do know this, that through you, I have a better understanding of who I am now. And you have been instrumental in helping all of us understand the Blue Rose and what it means. And right now, right here, this is it. This is the fruit that has come from the tree. You're a part of this.
Yeah, but what if I never even knew what I was talking about? What if I was just parroting bullshit that all turned out to be made up or a lie?
And you were like all of us. I mean, my whole life has pretty much been exactly like that. I'm pretty sure everybody else here can relate.
What if it was a lie? What if everything was made up? It doesn't mean that we have to take that and believe, like, make that real. We can make what we believe real. We could take what we believe the Blue Rose should be and spread it around. We could recruit, once we establish what we want the Blue Rose, we could be the ones teaching eventually and recruiting others to help the adventurers that lost their way or failed missions like we were originally established to do.
Peridot.
Yeah.
Why did you join us?
Well, I needed to leave really, really fast.
Come on. I remember there was more to the story than that, Peridot.
That I was told a lot of stories about how you guys were great adventurers who did great things, and I thought that would be the safest option of who would get me out of Nightfall and Arrows, so I wouldn't have to explain the fact that, hey, I'm actually an animated doll because some fae stole your child.
You see? If we take what Peridot just said and just subtract that last little bit, what she is saying is she heard about what great adventurers we are. She heard our stories, not the old Blue Rose, our stories.
Lies turns to Ace. Ace, why have you never officially ran away? You've had many times to escape, start a new life, but you stuck with us.
Where would I go? I have no idea where we are, no idea how to get home, what the laws are, what they aren't. Everybody here is stronger than me. Right now, my greatest chance of survival is with you guys until we get back to Earth.
Kelly gives you a death stare right now.
You asked for honesty. If you wanted support, you had to clarify better.
Okay, Ace, let me ask that question a little differently. I realize the Blue Rose doesn't mean maybe as much to you, but you're here with us. You're in the hot tub with us. You clearly enjoy hanging out with us. And you've saved our lives multiple times.
Well, you guys are the only friends I really have. Kind of sucks to lose the only people you like.
I agree.
And like I said, I'm not really into this whole saving other places thing because, well, barely care about the people around me, but don't really want to see anything happen to at least you guys. And as long as I'm around, I might as well try to limit that as much as possible.
Every group needs an ace. I mean, he's unpredictable. He has his own way. He might not believe in the full vision of do the right thing always just because, but we kind of need that voice in the team. Keeps us grounded. And we need a Peridot. And we need a Kelly. And a Lies. And we definitely need a Nayland. You don't have to pretend to be anything other than you.
Nayland rolls her eyes. I think my eyes are sweating. This hot tub is so hot.
Oh, Nayland. I'm Nayland. I have no emotions or feelings. I cannot feel things. I can only feel the environment around me.
Splashes you.
Peridot takes like her hands and puts them together and then jets water into Ace's face.
Oh, jeez.
Ace just grabs you by one of your legs and just holds you upside down over the water.
Let me down! Peridot's arms are like waving like back and forth.
Yeah, two can play this game.
It's not fair. You're 2 times the height of me.
And you picked the fight.
Lies, save
What?
me.
Lies sinks to the bottom of the hot tub and does her preservation blast, which splashes the water everywhere like a geyser. Onto everybody.
Last time I invite all of you to the hot tub.
No water left in the hot tub at this point.
Well, that
It
just means the
magically
party's over.
refills.
But Nayland, in all seriousness, how are you feeling?
Comfortable.
Good.
Do you know what we should all do right now? Put our hands in the middle, go blue rose on 3.
Oh, we used to do this in cheerleading all the
I
time.
know, you told me about it. That's why I brought it up.
It's a ritual. It's an ancient ritual, everybody. Okay.
Ready?
Wait, is it Blue Rose on 3 or after 3?
On 3.
Are we counting down or up?
Up.
Okay. I'm ready now that I know the rules.
1, 2, 3. Blue rose.
No, you meant after 3, not on 3.
And we'll take our break. Alrighty, we get this moving. Hot tub crew.
Also, did we get some kind of rest during that?
You can choose to take one.
Don't recommend it.
Oh, right. Things move.
Yeah.
I forget that, like, just because time, like, we can have things not progress even though time pass. It's weird. I got it.
Yeah. Well, it gives you the freedom to RP like this, right? You can be like, hey, this is happening, this is going on. We can have a lot of fun, and we're not worrying about a deadline. Because
Oh,
the
no, I
deadlines
completely
happen
agree.
when we rest, right? It is different, but I think it is cool that it goes to that.
I agree. I like it a lot that way. I just am still not used to it 100%.
Well, now that we have successfully demolished my hot tub, we will.
Hey, you
Yes.
wanted this.
To repair it later. Just yes, head up to the top deck. Take a look out there.
Yeah.
Speaking of repairs, not necessarily the hot tub, but is there a way during this like amorphous time that we could get HP back?
What?
Okay, Robin, yeah, your mic really was not good.
Hello? Is it
Yes. Well,
Oh,
maybe.
no.
yes? No?
Yes, now good.
Okay. Sometimes it takes a second. Is there a way that we could get our fix the ship because it lost 1 HP?
That would be part of a short rest activity.
Okay.
If you wish to take that, it just puts timers going. But
I think with the octopus we should be fine.
We've only lost 1 HP, right, on the ship.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm cool with not doing a short rest.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting, Jackie. You were going to the deck.
No, I wasn't doing anything. I was just going up to the top deck to take a look at things. I didn't have any plans.
100%. So as you
Ace is gonna go with.
you find your way up top, and it's a cool night, especially since you've been in the hot tub. Body temperature, core temperature is a little high. You still see the streams of blue water, the whatever the thing is that you made friends with, still pushing out and protecting.
Just wave at it.
Oh.
Is that a water joke?
Listen, Kelly, I'm sorry I'm such a downer. Just being such a downer during your whole party thing. Bad habit.
No, you weren't a downer. I'm glad you had a chance to relax down there.
You
know- Go ahead.
sorry. I was gonna just say it was nice.
You know, Ace, we haven't really talked a lot. I mean, did you keep in contact with anybody from the old crew?
I kept in contact with Sasha for a bit, but then she got pretty famous for her pictures. Eventually, she made some good money.
Yeah, I was told that.
Hard to keep up when you're so busy. I lost touch with Eleanor shortly after.
Oh, well, you should probably know she went to a magic school, Strixhaven.
Oh,
Yeah, she and I both actually were invited to the Blue Rose, and I guess they saw a lot of potential in her, and so they offered her a place there.
good for her. Have you seen her since?
Not since she left, no. But I was. Do you remember the Big Feet?
Yeah, yeah, I remember them. They're
I had a
cool
weird.
guys.
Yeah, I had a weird dream the other day that one of them came up and said hi, and I just really miss them.
Can do too. They're nice. Fought a lot of demons and devils and monsters. It's nice to run into something that didn't kill us.
Yeah, I don't think I ever told you that, but right before we met them, I was thinking about kind of leaving the team. Everybody else had these crazy powers and were part of this strange world, and then there was me, and I was not really connected to any of it. I mean, even the whole reason I got into the RV was because I had someone else's hair clip.
That's fair. Honestly, I can't blame you. I know exactly how you feel. I was only in there because I had nothing better to do, and to be honest, I was trying to get out of that state. And you guys are offering a free ride. And even now, I don't, I'm here to help, but only because I don't want to see anything happen to you guys. And
Well, I'm glad you said that, because there's actually been something I've been wanting to talk to you about.
what's up?
Okay, so I don't know if you remember this or not, but back when we were with the old crew, we came up to this house, and there was this lady who was really sick, and this guy downstairs, we were borrowing his phone, and I snuck upstairs, and she accused me of basically sleeping with her husband, and I just remember we had to get out of there really quickly.
I do
And
remember.
great, because you did something and you never owned up to it.
What did I do?
Well, on our way out, you threw down an invisible wall. The RV smashed into it, and everybody blamed me for being a bad driver. And it just carried with me ever since.
Yes, that did happen. That will be me admitting to it. I'll never do it again.
Yeah, people, they make fun of me all the time. Like, whenever I get in contact with them, they're like, "Oh no, is Kelly driving?"
Yeah. Yeah. To be fair, you've crashed your car a few more times after that.
No, the only other time was on the beach. Okay, and that was when the Big Feet were jumping onto the RV and literally flipped us over. That was not my fault. I was trying to get us out of there. Other than that, no other crashes. And I'm just saying, one of them was your fault, and one of them was one of my Big Feet's fault. And that was the evil Bigfoot, by the way. That's when they were possessed. I'm just saying, I'm not a bad driver, and I just wanted that on the record.
I don't know. I didn't push the gas pedal. Just because a wall showed up, I feel like
an invisible wall. How can I see an invisible wall, Ace?
How do you know I made the invisible wall?
I saw you. I saw you do your little magical hand thing, and plus, you were the only one who could do that.
Fair enough, and I already admitted to it, to be honest. But I will never to them.
Yeah, I figured. But as long as you know.
Yeah, I know.
Good, because the others aren't here. So, anyway, it's good to have you back.
It's good to be back in a group with you. It's kind of funny to think about that you're my oldest friend.
Yeah. Yeah, we literally met over Liververse.
Yeah. You gave me food.
And you never left. But I'm glad. How did you end up in Appalachia, by the way?
Oh, you guys had called, or you had called during your mom's funeral. My condolences, by the way. Never been in private. Couldn't really say that. Never felt like the right time. I guess she's not dead anymore.
No, she's still dead.
Didn't someone wish her alive?
Well, there was a thing with a letter, but it turns out that it just wasn't the right world. So, yeah, she's still dead.
But yeah, someone did make a wish like that.
Oh, wait, somebody did make a wish, didn't they?
They did.
Holy
You're not
crap,
sure what
I
happened,
forgot
but
all
someone
about
did
that.
make a wish.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I'm just
God,
like,
you're right. That was recent.
it is not crazy. That's all.
That was
Okay, I was like, cool. Not
Okay.
crazy.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, brain came back on. Yeah, no, I you know what? That's a great point. I haven't even had a chance. Wow.
But yeah, after you guys called me for the funeral, I ended up following you guys after I saw your house explode, or at least parts of your house explode. I followed you guys into this weird place that I'm assuming is what you're calling the Narrows, the Nightfall Narrows. And after another explosion at an ice skating rink and all of you running somewhere, I decided to, well, I was just walking while looking at you guys and walked into a random door. Spent some time just wandering around in a different place.
How long were you there before we came across you?
I was there for like 3 months before I found the exit. Luckily I got it to work. I don't even know how. I just kept jiggling the handle. And then when I tried to go home, it was the past, and then I got thrown in that school for about 2 months.
Wow. I'm glad we stumbled across you.
Yeah, I am too. I had no idea how I was getting out of that one.
Anyway. Yeah, no, as far as today, you didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. And, worst push comes to shove, I'll be there at the end. But you can't tell anyone else that.
Okay, fair enough.
The hero has to show up at the last minute.
And so Kelly will just continue watching the sea line.
Yes. Anything else?
General question. Malin had that ring from the black robe smoke monster people.
Mike's being fun again.
I'll give it a second to sync back up. Is it better now?
A bit, yeah.
Malin has that ring from the smoke monster that attacked us. Can I tell if we are moving in the direction of the source of that ring with my path forward ability? If I
Of the source of the ring?
Well, it says, if I carry an object with me that has been to a place before, I can identify the shortest, most direct path to the destination. So I'm just trying to compare the place we're going to where I can sense this ring has been.
Okay. Remind me about the smoke monsters where you got the ring?
It was on our way to the lighthouse.
Okay.
I think they were like the black robed mages working with
Yeah.
them, I think.
Oh yeah, they were assassins trying to kill us.
Yeah.
Because
And
we
so you're
had.
trying to see how close you are to what specifically with the ring?
If the wherever the it was like it wasn't a ring like on a finger, it was like some sort of disc thing that was the symbol. We also saw it in the markings of the journal that mentioned. That's neither here nor there. I'm wondering if the black robed mages, presumably that summoned those assassins, are in the same direction that we are going for the.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay,
The
very
test.
cool. On the same page. Is it a spellcasting check? Or is that something else?
It's just my subclass feature, but I can make one.
Okay. I mean, yeah, if you're able to understand, breathe in, let your senses take apart the wind, and you do sense you're getting closer directly. The distance is closing in. And as you're pushing, you see an island in the distance. Seems to be one entirely of trees. There's a dock. For a moment, you can see a tower in its center. What would you like to do?
I think we're almost there.
To the mage tower?
To where we think it is. Could have walked away.
Oh, that's right. It can disappear at any second. We'll have to hurry.
Let's just hope it doesn't disappear as soon as we step foot on land.
That'd be funny.
I wonder how it disappears. Do you think it's like an alert system? Should we be sneaky, or do you think it's just on a timer?
If this thought bubble is just a solid chunk of dirt just growing legs and walking away.
But still one hope away from asking a question like that.
I think.
What do you think?
Never mind. I thought I could give a hope with one of my subclass abilities, but I can just give help without using a hope.
Gotcha.
Well, about how far do we look from shore here?
If few miles. You could definitely get there if you want.
Okay. Should we try a smaller rowboat? Is there like a rowboat on this ship, or is there a?
There is.
What do y'all think? Anchor down and row out? Maybe our new friend will help protect us on the way.
If the island does move, though, we'll be so far from our boat. I don't even know how we'd get back.
Kelly, can you still teleport?
I already used it. I'd have to sleep on it. Sorry.
Well, we could ask the big guy over there to keep our ship near the island if it moves.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see. I might be able to, if I spend some stress, do that. No, it just does once per long rest. All right. Well, we can either go in with the full ship if that's what we want to do. That's fine with me. My only worry is if they spot us, they might see that as a opportunity to get out of here.
Well,
Sounds
aren't they
like-
the ones that invited us?
Yeah, are we supposed to be here?
Yeah, but then they said that we missed our appointment.
They didn't tell us we had a deadline. And they also said we could try again as long as she didn't get murdered within the time we got here.
Oh, well,
And we certainly haven't gotten, murdered.
We think we haven't.
There's been a lot of attempts.
okay. It sounds like the safe thing to do is to take the full ship. And if it doesn't work out, hopefully we'll have another opportunity later on.
If we do, though, that will give them an opportunity to know where we are because they are also the ones trying to kill us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they will.
Really weird situation.
Does it look like we're alone on the water? Or are there other ships, sort of? Like, does it look like an active harbor or something?
There are other ships docked. You can see.
Our ship's pretty fancy.
Might as well dock. I feel like it'll be more suspicious if we don't.
Yep.
Okay.
Starting to agree.
All right. In that case, take the ship. And so you're taking a rowboat? Is that what you're trying to do, or take the whole ship?
They were taking the whole ship to harbor.
Okay. So you do it. Moves and you seem to be able to firmly dock outside here. And you can see like a kind of a harbor town seems to be here. And I see several people. The town, as it may be, seems to mostly be just a bunch of almost shanties upon the edge of the dock and island here. Nothing goes too far into the forest. And it looks dense beyond. And probably the whole town goes probably 50 feet into the island itself. Once a bit moored upon the rock. You can see a few glowing runes upon the rocks that, Kelly, you can know that they seem to be able to designed to keep storms or high waters away. The island itself rises kind of from the dock along a 50-foot staircase that goes up from the dock to where all the houses are. It's for boating, and shadows cling, even though there are torches, upon the rickety stairs. Do you see a woman sitting on a chair, with a lamp near her? She looks out as your ship moors and puts the ropes down. She calls out, "Hi, good eve."
Good evening.
Oh, don't usually get people traveling this late at night, especially docking. Must be brave or novices.
Is both an option?
That it is. Good you found us. For the night or for longer?
Possibly longer.
Well, let's call it 2 handfuls of gold and you have your way in.
Does anybody have any
If-
gold?
If I make it 3, do you have somebody who might be able to take a look at our ship? We hit some rough water coming in, and it might need some simple repairs.
I can get somebody on that. Kind of looks at the ship. Oh, indeed. Yes, certainly we can.
I will give her 3 handfuls of gold.
I want to do an instinct check.
Okay.
Critical success.
Woo!
7s. Ooh, I get my hope back.
Trying to perceive here. What are you trying to perceive or sense?
I'm trying to figure out, like, when she looked at our ship, did she look at it like, ooh, I could really use this ship?
Yeah, Steiner. The look on her face was one of recognition.
You've probably seen our ship before.
Looks at least one like it.
Yes, we get that a lot. Do you know anything about its sister?
I just kind of looks. Just a story, I guess.
Oh, I do like a good story.
Well, good. Give me a presence check.
All right. I think I have a special thing here. Well, I have privilege. More funny for Kelly. Presence check. Where's the presence? There it is. Oh,
Can I help?
I'm going to use a popular socialite here.
You could probably help if you want to do something with that. Ace.
It should just quickly, like, just like kind of chuckle and be like, "Come on, you already said that you don't have much people coming this late. You could spare a story; it'll keep you up."
And that's a D6 to Kelly.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, 20 with hope.
Nice.
You found a hope.
Oh, I've got 4 hope now.
Nice. Sits back in her chair. Oh, well, guess the last time my grandmother told me of the ship. I guess the sister, you call it. that it came, and there was all in all, things had gone bad. The village had trusted the wrong people. And for that, there's a band of people that were hired, and they were tasked with retrieving an item. They were given plenty to trade with and information. At the end of the day, they murdered the person who owned it currently and kept everything else, dropping off the item as a book. And they left the island. By such a thing happening, the lover of the owner cursed the islanders, making them not even themselves monsters of a sort. Then it is said the Rose ship came. And, well, they negotiated a peace. The curse was abated. And they left something. And said, one day we could use it if the ship ever came again. To get help.
What did they leave?
It was in a chest, sealed, and were to never open it.
Unless the ship came back.
Oh. Or to possibly barter with whoever was on the ship. She smiles.
Ah.
And incidentally, there was some people who came through recently. And they came in and she just kind of breathes. Kidnapped much of our children. And took them into the forest. They said ransom to get access to Wayreth. More powerful than we are. We couldn't do anything. You see, my grandmother had to kill her own parents because of that curse from before. It just turned the adults, the ones over 13, into monsters that would want to eat those younger. So it was a game. Children and parents killing each other. Until the Rose ship came. No, now our children are in danger again. And we wonder if either way, whether they are successful or not, that we will lose a whole generation. If you're able to help, you're in the Rose ship, we'd gladly part with the chest.
How recently did they come through?
They came about a week ago.
Do you have any idea what part of the forest they're likely in?
They're likely somewhere. It's hard to say. The forest moves. There's no way to truly tell. Or if they're alive. No one gets to the center unless invited.
Do you have any literature on the forest here?
That's forbidden.
Even if we offered to help?
It would be forbidden to have it.
Oh. Oh.
It's our deal with Wayreth.
Well, I think we can spare some time to look into the matter. Right, guys?
What is Wayreth?
Wayreth Tower is where the wizards do their tests of sorcery. It's one of the last towers of sorcery left.
Have the wizards been no help? It sounds like a bunch of children have been kidnapped into their wizard tower.
No wizards have ever come here, except when the tower first appeared here generations ago, apparently, and the agreement was struck. We have no way of contacting them, and that's how they like it, the elders would say.
These intruders, were they wizards as well?
We had magic, but they wore no robes. Not of the gods, anyway.
What did they wear?
They didn't come on your ship. But she points to the roses on your cloaks. But they had that.
Were they a different color?
Yellow.
Of course.
That means evil, right?
That means hunger. Yeah. Not good.
Got it. It's like a Green Lantern thing.
Yeah. Yellow roses.
Of course, we'll help.
I thought they
Maybe
wanted.
you should.
I'm sorry. I meant-
No, go ahead, Aiden.
No, sorry. You keep going.
Well, maybe you should show us that chest.
Look at you. Grandma always said it was for a job done.
So we complete it first. That makes sense. To be honest, I wouldn't trust a ship coming off the a week after this Yellow Rose ship. Gotta be smart about it.
Is their ship still here?
It is. Well, they came in by a rowboat, and the ship that came then left. Or brought them. Left, never moored. We have it locked away in case they try to get away in the night.
Starting to think they wanted us to come here.
From what I know from you guys and the green and everything, isn't the Yellow Rose just one giant mass?
I mean, yes and no. It kind of grows everywhere, but it's also, I guess, think of it like a hive mind.
Can it affect people like that? I thought there wasn't a group for it.
Oh, it affects people. Like, it affected me for a while, and it's affected a lot of people in our group.
It has poles. It seems like.
I think I know what it wants to. Something we happen to have on us. Something that used to belong to it. And if they just sent a rowboat here and left, they're planning something. And they're really smart. Go ahead, Ace.
Do we still have that piece of it on us?
Yeah.
Ew.
It was meant to contain it, which it doesn't like. And that's why I feel like we're here. I feel like it wanted to meet us here because it knows where we're going. And it knew that we would definitely be wanting to look into this, and it knows that we would want to help these children, and it knows that it has leverage.
Can we not just kill the piece we have?
I don't think we can.
Is it naive to think it knows anything about us being here at all? I mean, in Tennessee, it just wanted to grow and sow corruption and greed.
Yeah, but these are followers of the Yellow Rose. We haven't really encountered a lot of them, if any.
Yeah, that's more that I was asking. I didn't think they had a group like that.
Have we encountered cultists of the Yellow Rose?
Remember the
When
mall?
we died.
Oh, the mall. Yeah.
There was also the mall.
Yeah, I remember the lady with the yellow suit. Yeah, and when we died. Well, we need to come up with some rules before we do anything, including some rules for what we are willing to do and what we're not willing to do.
No one's going to die for each other.
Okay.
Nobody Nobody's
that rule.
jumping in front of any, I don't know, arrows or laser blasts or fireballs.
Can I push other people in the way for me?
Only if they're evil.
I'm okay with that.
What about with the Yellow Rose? Is there a point at which we give them what they want, if this is what they want?
No. How could there be?
Because we're talking about children.
If the yellow rose spreads, then it's more than just children, isn't it?
I mean, I totally agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, we've never made a call like this before. Like something that directly...
It's almost like if we were in control of a trolley.
Oh no, don't you dare do that. Psychopath test. Okay, so yes or no? What if it comes down to the kids or this?
I mean, if it comes down to it, then I'd rather not have a bunch of blood on my hands. It didn't really help. Both kind of result in that.
Guess being in the Blue Rose was never supposed to be easy, huh? And maybe this isn't even what they want. Maybe they're just trying to kill us. That's easy.
I'm not dying for them.
Well, no, but I mean, if that's all they want, then we can fight them.
I'm sure we'll find a way to just... Yeah, have to do that eventually, I guess.
It sounds like they're going to have the home court advantage with this traveling forest. So
We can
who knows
burn
what
it
we
down.
could... Yeah.
Like we can
Lies.
burn the whole forest down.
Liza, what do you think?
I think as long as we're in this together, no matter what they want, we can't fail.
Peridot?
Well, I'm going to do my very best to try to save everybody. And that counts for all of you guys and the kids. I don't want to let the yellow hunger win.
Yeah. I feel like I'm willing to commit to something, but at the same time, I feel like when we actually get face to face with having to make a decision like this, it's going to go a whole other way.
Honestly, if I didn't think it would turn him into the big version of what he used to be and possess other people like he did with Lies, I feed these evil bad guys to Brother. As Peridot pulls out the little jar with Brother in the jar, buzzing around against the glass.
I don't think we should give him more than we have.
I know. We've only fed him bugs. I think that's enough.
I think that's too much.
All right.
Guess we're going to play it by ear.
We nod. And they look at you. It's almost... They seem a little bit relieved that you didn't push them. Respect you for it. You head up to the staircase. We will end for tonight.
Oh, that snuck up on me.